What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey. What is up, Will?
Ninja, I'm psyched. We got a new episode of Baseball Dojo that just dropped, our great podcast. But I know you're psyched because you just claimed this might be yesterday might have been the best day of pitching of the year. So let's get into that, Ninja.
We will. Our guest this week on the Baseball Dojo podcast. Well, you know what? We'll get to it later because he's going to feature prominently in today's video. Before we get into the video, remember, hit subscribe, join Ninja Nation, be a part of this great community, and get us to 200,000 subscribers. I'm going to start my whip around the league. Start with Carlos Rodon, who had 4 Ks in 7 scoreless innings. You're going to notice a theme here with a lot of scoreless outings. He gave up 1 hit. He had these elevated fastballs, these sliders, including this back foot slider and this back porch slider, because it sure as hell did not get to the back door. He faced J.P. Sears, who had 7 strikeouts in 6 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits and had this elevated fastball and sweepers. Ranger Suarez had 5 Ks in 7 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits, and had this 2-seamer changeup and curveballs. And his curveball's been really, really good. I'm impressed with Ranger. He doesn't have amazing velo, but dude can flat out pitch. He faced Hunter Green, who had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 4 runs. Green does have amazing velo, as you see here with these 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, including this one that was absolutely dotted, but again struggled in this game, giving up runs despite having amazing stuff. Yusei Kikuchi had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these fastballs and curveballs. He faced Brady Singer, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 5 runs. He had this sinker and slider. Lance Lynn had 7 strikeouts in 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this 95-mile-an-hour heater and did a little K dance. Gotta love that. And then had these Ks where I think he's mouthing stupid motherfucker and stupid after these 2.
Nah, Lance can't be.
Lance has won my Pitching Ninja Filthiest Mouth Award before, and I mean, honestly, we should just retire it unless Liam comes back and does something really creative. Lance Lynn faced Brandon Pfaadt, who had 4 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this painted 2-seamer and these wicked sweepers. Keaton Wynn had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this 97-mile-an-hour fastball and this wicked 90-mile-an-hour splitter. He's got really good stuff. He faced Jose Quintana, who had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had this painted 91-mile-an-hour 2-seamer. Bryce Elder had 4 strikeouts in 6 2/3 scoreless innings. He had this front door 2-seamer and this Expelliarmus slider.
Expelliarmus.
He faced Ryan Weathers, who had 1 K in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this heater. Albert Suarez had 5 strikeouts in 5 2/3 scoreless innings, giving up 4 hits. He had this fastball and changeup, and he outdueled Reed Detmers, who has been great this year. He had 4 Ks in 7 innings, but gave up 4 runs, and had these sliders and this curveball for a sword. Chris Paddock had 10 strikeouts in 7 scoreless innings. He had this painted fastball, this elevated fastball, and these changeups, and picked up a sword on his changeup. And he faced Jonathan Cannon, good old Johnny Cannon, who had 5 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 6 runs, and had this 2-seamer and cutter. Dylan Cease was brilliant yesterday with 8 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 1 hit and 1 run. He had these sliders that were absolutely disgusting. That slider is on point. He had these knuckle curves, picked up a sword on his knuckle curve, and then he had this 98-mile-an-hour heater and this gladiator K-turn. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
He faced Austin Gomber, who had 2 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run, and had this changeup. Jared Jones was freaking electric yesterday with 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He hit 100.8 miles an hour on this ball that was put into play, which was the 3rd fastest by a Pirates starter since 2008 and the fastest since Garrett Cole. He had these 99-mile-an-hour heaters, did a little K dance on this one. He averaged 98 miles an hour on his heater. He also had 13 whiffs on his fastball this game and had 11 whiffs on his slider. And holy f***ing shit, Look at this slider. This is likely going to be your sword of the year, or more like the scythe of the year, because this is a death sword. You can see right when Tarang's soul left his body on Pitching Ninja Soul Cam. Here's an overlay of Jared Jones's fastball and slider to Tarang, and you can see this is basically the anatomy of a murder. When Jared Jones is on the mound, you do not need an umpire behind the plate. You need a coroner.
The rare smirk from Tarang, too, which I appreciated. Usually when the batters get murdered up there, they're a little bit salty, but here he knows it's good fun for everyone watching.
I love this afterwards when they interviewed Jared Jones because he looked kind of serious. He didn't break character.
How do you not smile when that's happening? You're still locked in. You didn't even crack a smile.
I was laughing in the inside. But
again, our guest this week on the Baseball Dojo podcast. How could we time this any better? It is Jared Jones, the man. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Later in the game, Jared Jones actually fell on a pitch, so I decided to match him up with Tarang, and you can see their falling mechanics. Pretty similar. He faced Joe Ross, who had 4 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 1 earned run, and had these fastballs and slider. My filthiest starting pitcher of the day, and I'm going to make it a co-filthiest starting pitcher of the day with Jared Jones, is Tarik Skubal. Tarik Skubal had 6 scoreless innings with 9 Ks,
Nice.
giving up only 3 hits. His ERA this year is now 1.82. He had these fastballs, a slider, and these nasty changeups. And he hit 99.7 miles an hour on this pitch, which rounds up to 100, but doesn't quite count as 100. We've talked to Tarik about this. He wants to hit a legit 100 this year. So close, but yet so far. He faced Zach Littell, who had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 5 earned runs, and had these splitters. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Lucas Ursig had this 100-mile-an-hour sinker, as well as this White Castle special. Raisel Iglesias had this changeup. Prince Albert had this curveball. Why is he named Prince Albert?
His mom decided to name him Pierce Johnson.
That's never going to get old.
No, it's one of the best nicknames going.
Craig Kimbrell had these heaters and struck out Trout to end the game. Gregory Soto had these sliders and picked up a sword. Jeff Hoffman had this fastball and slider. Tyler Rogers had this wicked slider and picked up a sword. And Ryan Helsley had this 100-mile-an-hour paint. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day. Aroldis Chapman had this 102-mile-an-hour two-seamer. Look at this filth. He then proceeded to walk the next 3 hitters. Here is the difference between filling up the zone and not filling up the zone. Here's Jared Jones's pitch chart from yesterday and Aroldis Chapman's pitch chart from yesterday. Can you spot the difference? At number 4, I have Dylan Cease and his wicked sliders. At number 3, pretty much all of Tarik Skubal's stuff. At number 2, we have medieval Mason Miller. Holy crap, check this out. He absolutely annihilated the top of the Yankees lineup. Look what he does to Aaron Judge. He just absolutely destroys him. He had no chance. Medieval Mason Miller is a force of nature, and I thought for sure he would be the pitcher of the day yesterday with this absolute firestorm he unleashed on the Yankees. But at number 1, we have this Bohemian Rhapsody slider from Jared Jones. You will be seeing this pitch over and over and over for years to come. Just disgusting stuff from Jones. And you, my friend, are the filthiest pitcher of the day. I can't wait till Paul Skeens gets called up and is paired with Jared Jones, because we're going to have the Allegheny Electric Company. You heard it here first.
That's good, Ninja. Way to go.
And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. You probably saw Aaron Boone getting ejected because of something a fan said, not something he did. Well, I thought this from Joe Seppi was hilarious. Not only did Hunter Wintelstedt miss calls behind the plate, balls and strikes wise, he also missed the call on this ejection. And I remixed Aaron Boone with the famous Michelangelo creation of Adam. So now we have the creation of Adam and Aaron. My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start out with Kevin Gosman for 6Ks or more, then take Michael King for 6Ks or more, and top it off with Max Fried for 5Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?